We are Liberty Gold. We are discoverers and developers of oxide gold deposits that have heap leach potential located in the Great Basin. Why do we like that sector? We like its low capital cost. We like the low operating costs, and above all, we like the low technical complexity of this style of deposit. I will be making forward-looking statements, so please feel free to read this document at your leisure if you have suitable eyewear. The Great Basin really is a Tier 1 jurisdiction, holds 75% of America's gold production, and we think it's a great place to do business, to discover gold deposits, develop them, and have mines. Liberty Gold, just to sort of contextualize Liberty, Liberty Gold is the second incarnation of an exploration team that was involved in the discovery and ultimate sale of the Long Canyon deposit to Newmont some years ago for just over $2 billion transaction. We applied the same science of discovery to the purchase and ultimate discovery of mineralization on the Black Pine and Gold Strike deposits, Black Pine being located in southern Idaho, Gold Strike being located in southern Utah. Corporates, we have a market cap of just over $180 million as of this morning. We finished the year with $20 million US in the bank, and we are fully funded to complete our work programs in 2023. In terms of corporate structure, just under 40% ownership by institutions, and we have the big names in our register, and we're very grateful for their long-term and ongoing support. Third largest shareholder in management and insiders. So the management team is really aligned with the interest of shareholders, and we treat the capital we deploy as our own. We're very prudent with how we use it, and we focus on the drill bit and the drill bit delivering value for us. The Newmont shareholding is a legacy shareholding from the purchase of Long Canyon. So flagship asset, Black Pine. A lot going on this slide. Located in mining-friendly Idaho. Why do we say that? There are two Idahos. There's the northern part of Idaho, which is characterized by what you see at Yellowstone, forests, elk roaming, moose, salmon, surface water. This is the Nevada end of Idaho, and probably the Idahoans in the room might like me saying that. But this is dry. It's the northern part of the Great Salt Lake. From an environmental point of view, very few trees, no surface water, and really from a permitting point of view, does not have a whole bunch of issues that other oxide deposits have in and around this area. The orange outline is our property boundary, 50 odd square kilometers. The black line in the middle around the colors is our permitted operating boundary, and includes the block to the right of the green line in hatched. So that area are where we're currently operating. We'd like to point out we acquired this in 2016 for $1 million and a half a percent royalty, and we've invested something like $50 million in the asset over the last 6 years, and we're now sitting with a mineral resource just over 3 million ounces combined, indicated and inferred. So we've been very successful in understanding the system. This is a Carlin-style gold system. So carbonate host rocks, fluids running through them, decalcifying and dumping out gold. A fully oxidized gold sequence. So we have no sulfides in the system, therefore no acid mine drainage. There's no water in the system, so we don't have pit lakes, no surface water. And a lot of the things that become complicated when you try to permit a mine, we really don't have those. In terms of project access, right up in the top right-hand corner, I don't think if I get this correctly, yeah, right there, that's the I-84, that's a major highway. We're roughly 2 hours north of Salt Lake City, about an hour and a half south of Burley in Idaho, the major city. It's a prior operating mine, was operating in the 90s, and was shut down and rehabilitated by the government. Jurisdiction on the land to the left of the green line is US Forestry Service. To the right is BLM. We have power to the site. Oops. This is the yellow is a power line. We've got a 25 kV line to the front gate. We've confirmed we can pull 10 megawatt over that line. We have excellent access, as I mentioned, through the I-84. And I think we have tied up our groundwater. There was a number of comments in my prior presenters around water. I think it's probably true to say that finding minerals has its complexity. Finding and securing a water supply is way more complicated. And those who have the foresight to do it early on in the exploration game and locate and tie up their water supply are the ones that ultimately will be successful. Without water, the more studies you present to say how fantastic your discovery is, the more that water ultimately costs. So the sooner you do it in the process, the better. And we've been successful in tying up just over 4 million cubic meters a year water supply from surface wells in this part of the basin. We purchased water out of a bankruptcy. We've cut a water lease deal with local agriculture, local farmers. So when we need the water, we will take farming out of production. We'll use it for the period of the mine, and then we'll return it to that. The key thing being no new water in the basin. And that's developing a very positive impact with local communities. And we have strong support in the local communities for what we're attempting to do here. Just a sort of socialization of the grades. These are generally what might be called low-grade deposits. The blue bars are the average, or the resource grade, average resource grade, at the cutoff grade of the orange bar. And these are producers, oxide gold, heap leach producers in the Great Basin. And the two dark bars in the middle are Gold Strike and Black Pine. So we're in the pack in terms of the types of grades that we can run at. And the cutoff grades, as you see, are extraordinarily low, particularly the Marigold mine point. And that's 65 ppb is the cutoff grade that they are running to right now and making margin. So I think at 0.2 cutoff grade for our resources, that's a relatively conservative view. I think we have room there to drop that down. And as that cutoff grade drops, we increase our mineral endowment substantively. What's the path forward for us? Well, we're focused on de-risking, particularly at the Black Pine deposit. We have a 32,000 meter drill program that's focused on expanding our resource in some key target areas. We will be drilling out some additional inferred to get us to just over that 3 million ounces in indicated. That allows us to get into the sort of the strike zone for a future deposit, which is 2 million recoverable ounces, which is roughly 150,000 ounces a year for 15 years. That's the strike zone that we think the Black Pine deposit fits in, and we think that's a tier 2 asset, and we think it's a company maker for us. So we're pretty excited about that. We will have a new mineral resource out at the end of the year, which will include something like 40,000 meters of additional drilling. And we focused our drilling on finding near-surface high-grade material that will allow us to sort of front-end load the early part of the production years so that we shorten our payback period. And once we've done that, I think that opens the floodgates for cutoff grade optimization and really leveraging the resource base that we see for a long-life, low-cost, technically simple asset. So in summary, Liberty Gold focused on oxide gold, heap leach deposits in the Great Basin, a great jurisdiction. We like the style of asset, low cost, technically simple. And as a drill bit continues to smile on us, we look forward to reporting future drilling results to the market over the next year. Thank you very much.